What's going on, everyone, and welcome on into the video, the pattern day trade rule, PDT. It is one of the biggest problems that new traders, aspiring traders have to face. They start with some money, they don't want to put into too much money, they want to get started, they want to try trading, they want to see how they can do, but they're limited to only being able to day trade 3 times per 5 trading days. Real quick, what is the PDT rule and what is a day trade? So if you're using a margin account, this is really important to understand, and we'll talk about how to find that and how to change that on Webull, for example, but it really can apply to any brokerage platform. So quickly, a day trade is essentially a buy and sell, or a sell and buy if you're going short and then covering the exact same day for the same security in a margin account. Now, of course, this could go in a cash account, but it's important to note the account type you are using, because in a margin account, you're going to be restricted by the PDT rule, the pattern day trader rule. And that means if you execute 4 or more day trades within a 5 business day period, you'll be marked as a PDT, a pattern day trader. Now, you're going to get that distinction whether you're above $25,000 or below, but if your account value is below $25,000 by the end of that day, you will have restrictions on your account going forward, and you're not going to be allowed to take any day trades. Depending upon the broker, depending upon your relation with, let's say, customer service, you could get your first offense kind of washed off and you can have that reset. For example, Webull allows you to reset your first offense of essentially going and being marked as a pattern day trader under $25,000. And as that gets approved, you'll then unlock those 3 day trades per 5 days again. But this again is a problem. So how do we get around this? How do we fix this? Well, there's actually a lot of solutions to that, and let's talk about a couple of those. The first solution is multiple accounts. So what you can do is you can actually open up multiple brokerage accounts with different platforms. So example, you can have a Webull account, a TD Ameritrade, let's say a Moomoo, a Robinhood, this and that, and you can have a bunch. And you can open up all these accounts, and let's say you have a couple $1,000. You toss $1,000 into each account, right? If you put all that money that you had into one brokerage account, let's say you had $5,000, but you split it up across 5 different accounts, or 4 or 3, whatever you want to do, and now you have 3 day trades per 5 days, per 5 business days in each of those accounts. Now, you can have a margin account, and that's fine on all of those accounts. But there's other ways to go about it as well. You could go the route of a cash account. Now, there are some limitations to having a cash account. A couple of those limitations: number one, you're not going to be able to utilize margin, so you can't have some extra leverage on your trades. You won't be allowed to short sell stocks, and you have to pay attention to the section of your account that says settled cash. How much settled cash do you have? Because that's essentially your buying power, and that's what you can utilize to take day trades. Now, the great thing about a cash account is that you don't have to deal with the PDT rule, okay? You don't have to worry about it, okay? But what you do have to worry about is that settled cash like we just mentioned, okay? So let's take a step. Let's dive into Webull. Let's show you how to check what account type you have, and if you need to change it, how you can go ahead and do that. Then we'll talk more details about what you can do with $1,000, let's say, in a cash account. And then we'll also talk about how options are even better. So if you're an options trader or you want to get into options on Webull with a cash account, you have an awesome advantage. All right, so I'm on the iPad right now, and what we want to do here is we want to go to our main page. So log into your Webull app. Let's say it's on an iPad, a phone, whatever you want to do. Go to that middle button at the bottom of the screen. Click on that middle button. We get to that page, we're going to log into our portfolio. On a tablet, you'll scroll down on the left-hand side, or if you're on mobile, click on details, okay? On near your account value, that top block on your phone, there'll be a details section. Then start to scroll to the bottom. You'll be going past things like the risk level, like the day trades left and all that stuff. And as you scroll down, you'll see account profile, trading access, and account type. You want to go down to account type where it says change account type. And right here, you're going to see what account classification you have. So for me, I currently have a margin account, and I have the pattern day trade distinction, which means I've made at least 4 day trades in a span of 5 days or less. Now, if I want to change this, I will click on change account type. I will then be taken to this page right here, and it will walk you through step by step how to go through and make sure this can get changed. Essentially, you're going to make sure all your trades are settled and the cash has been sitting there for a couple of days, 2 business days generally. And then once all of these kind of points have been hit with check marks, then you can go ahead, click on understood, and it will take roughly 6 business days for that account to transition over from, let's say, a margin to a cash or a cash to a margin account. And then you'll have no access to that money during those days. So make sure you're aware of that going in. But that's how you go ahead and change it. And now once you have that account classification, let's say you have now a cash account on Webull, you're no longer going to have to worry about the pattern day trade rule, okay, if you have a cash account. Okay, so let's say you have $1,000 now in a Webull cash account. If you have $1,000 fresh and you go ahead and you were to trade or make a day trade with $1,000 right now, buy and sell within the next 10 minutes, you're going to now have $0 of settled cash for the next 2 days, okay? It's something called T+2, and that means settlement, okay? So you take the trade, 2 days later, that money will then settle in your account on a cash account, okay? So if you make a trade on a Monday, it'll be Wednesday that money will then become available again. So again, let's think the way around this is simply, I have $1,000 in my account. If I make day trades, but they're only $100 each, well, that means I can make a couple day trades each day, and then every 2 days, those day trades that I made 2 days ago, that money will then be settled cash again. And you can keep kind of recycling and keep going at that pace. Just make sure you're aware of that settled cash and you're not using too much of your account on one given trade if you want to be able to trade again that day or the next day if an opportunity presents itself. But right now, we're actually dealing with T+2, right? So that 2-day settlement. On Webull, when it comes to options in a cash account, it is actually T+1. So it's next day settlement. Okay, so if you make a trade today, a day trade today on, let's say, Apple options, Apple calls, and you put $100 into an option contract and you sell it for 110 and you make 10 bucks, awesome, cool, great. You made some money. Great job. You're on your way to being a profitable day trader. You're on your way to being a millionaire, right? Okay, you make that 10 bucks. That money will now no longer be settled cash today, but tomorrow it is. So you're great. You're good to go. In a lot of other accounts or a lot of other brokerage platforms, it will take 2 days. So it won't be for 2 days after that trade for you to then have access to that money as settled cash. That's a bonus. That's a great plus with Webull. But also on the flip side, I recently filmed a video over on my personal channel. If you guys haven't seen that video or haven't subscribed to the personal channel, check it out. Link will be in the video description down below. What we talked about there was the SEC looking to move to a T+1 and a T+0 settlement structure or settlement time frame in the coming years. Because now with new technologies, right, we used to have T+5, T+3, where it took 3 days after a trade for that money to settle, which was crazy long looking back. But now as technology has advanced and we're able to kind of move through the clearinghouses faster and faster, this is actually a really big benefit and a really big plus to those using a cash account in the future. So stay tuned for that. That's coming in the coming months and coming years. But that's what you need to know. Hopefully that was helpful. And that is how you avoid the PDT rule on Webull. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like always, other videos, other recommendations, other questions, leave them in the comments. Check out our other videos. We have tons of videos on Webull, tons of other tutorial videos here on the channel. That's what it's all about. All we ask is a thumbs up and subscribe if you guys got something out of the videos. Check out our other channels and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.